Welcome. Power BI just released their January 2026 update. I'm going to cover the 4 major releases in this update. We're going to talk through field parameters and how they persist in hierarchies now, new formatting pane enhancements, as well as column persisting by default, grow to fit, and finally, Azure map updates. This is a spot every month an update comes out. You're going to get up to date. Subscribe, leave a comment, share, help this channel grow. Let's dive into it now. Let's go. All right, here we are in Power BI Desktop. As always, go to the description of this video. You can download this file, follow along, connect to this Microsoft dataset, the whole deal. There'll be 4 tabs. We'll cover each of the updates. And as well, there'll be a lab or a demo for applicable updates too. So let's dive into the field parameters persist hierarchy level setting. Firstly, go into options and you can toggle this feature. I'll show you. We'll toggle it during this update. Field parameter options, persist hierarchy level. Let's demo what that is. If you need to understand a detailed walkthrough of what field parameters are, check out this video. I'll put it in the description as well, but we can create one here. So what I've already done is I've made a field parameter, and a field parameter, again, this video goes through 30 minutes of how to set them up, but essentially it allows us to customize the attributes that are shown in a report. So in this case, I have the top level being a field parameter that I can pick and change, and then it's always going to segment it by month. So if I do store, it changes the store at this level, and you can see every month, the age every month, the category every month. It's a great feature, clutch for understanding how to build this stuff. The update is this. What I just clicked through and how it changed, the hierarchy persisted. It remained expanded. If we are here and we go into more options, this new menu I just clicked is a new feature as well. So I'll show you that. But now when we go into report settings of this file, say I uncheck persist hierarchy level, how it used to be is when you're here and if you pick something, well, it collapses and you need to then expand it, collapses, super annoying. So now by default, it's just going to always persist. I think this update happened potentially a little bit ago, but it persists now. It's always there. It's important to understand what that is. Let's go to the format pane options. As you could tell, I just changed some stuff by going into options from this spot. It used to not be there, but I'll talk about that now. So let's go back real quick and just turn this report setting back on, persist hierarchy level. So when it comes to the formatting pane options, when they're referring to the format pane, on the right-hand side, there's a formatting icon. Again, make sure you turn on the preview features if you're not seeing it. It's a way to navigate your data in a more advanced method. Format is this whole entire pane. So the holistic updates are these 2 things. There are format pane improvements pertaining to the colors. You can clear selections. I'll demo this for you. I'll show it. Resetting things to the default or expand categories. So let me show you what that looks like. Again, you click a visual. You're building a visual. And the first top level, there's different places you click in to access this. But if you, at the very start of the visual, click these 3 dots, you'll now see you can reset all settings, expand all categories, collapse all categories. What's that mean? Expand all categories. All these things just expanded, a whole bunch of them. As you can imagine, collapse all categories, well, they're all going away. These things are going to help improve efficiency for how you build and work through, creating visuals. The next level is there's a subcategory level to all this too. So say I'm in here and I want to go to bars. Well, they don't show you this, but you have to, there's no dots here, but now if you right click, you can see all just the subcategories. So if I right click, I can say expand all subcategories. Now it just will expand the bars, this area. So it's a great way to do things fast, collapse all subcategories, move around quickly. Another final thing is with the color pickers, it's advanced. So if you have a theme selected or a color chosen, I guess first when you first pick a color, if you come into the color picker, it's going to really make sure you know what's there, but then it'll have the whole palette of colors available for you to pick from. Say you go through and you're selecting things and you turn on a bunch of stuff and all of a sudden, you're like, oh man, I jacked this up. I need to revert what I've done. Previously, it was a little bit of a process, but again, they've enabled this. We're now in the format pane. When you click a visual, You can just reset all settings to default, or you can reset, I guess you can't reset per category, but you can reset the whole thing. You can reset per category by going into it in a more detailed layer. And some of these menus have the ability to reset per section, but not all of them. So I guess when you're here, then come to the top, reset it all to default, boom, resets it, clear back to where you were, start fresh again. That's that update. The next update is column sizing. So this was released earlier. You can see it notates it here, but they've made it to where now it's defaulted to be a certain way. What that looks like is this. Say you're building with a table or a matrix. Previously, it would always default to look like this. If you go into column headers and say you're making a table, you'd have to kind of make the table fit and then move your headers to make this fill a space as you want to do it. And then as stuff changes, you have to resize it. It's an inconvenience. Now with column headers, and again, this was the fit to content, where it is nice if you just want to know, what's the smallest possible size something could be. I've come back to this table. I just clicked 2 measures as an example. And let's put this net sales in here. Well, if I go to fit to content, it shrinks it, makes it as tiny as possible. You can go from there. The other way that's default now is grow to fit. So if you move this, it's going to just naturally fill the whole space. You can see it kind of distributes the columns to do that. It has an algorithm to do it fairly evenly. Then you can, of course, as you add more, resize it, shape it as you need to, and it kind of keeps recalculating to do that. So that's the column sizing that's now standardized for the whole process. Finally, markers. There's been a marker update in Power BI for the Azure map. I have a video that goes deep into Azure maps. Please check this out. Visual masterclass. You're going to really understand everything about the maps if you don't already. But at a high level, these markers are going to enable you to, as you create an Azure map, change the marker. You can replace the basic shapes by going to the categories, changing it to images or icons. As well, you can see how they've kind of had that set up here. Customize colors and transparency, and then distinct icons for every category. So it's really a specific dive into the marker section for that. For this video, I'm not going to demo that, but go to the masterclass. You can get more details on the markers when you're there building. You can play with it. But these are the 4 major updates. Again, the goal is to enable you to always understand what's being released and created in Power BI. Now you're up to speed, January 2026. As more updates come, you'll get info, subscribe, share, leave a comment, question, and you'll have a good day.